How gorgeous is Japan in the rain, eh? Absolutely fantastic. Anyway, in this video I am going to show you how to use the Tokyo subway, metro and overground system trains with ease. By the end of this video you're going to know how to get tickets, where to get tickets, how to use it and how to get from A to B easy. That I can promise you. So let's go, get out of this rain and go learn how to use the Tokyo subway. You don't need me to tell you that Tokyo is massive. It's huge in every aspect. Biggest city in the world, I think. And as soon as you start thinking about getting that city, you're hit with this huge, colourful map mess that kind of looks like a spaghetti or bowl of ramen would probably be more appropriate. But trust me, you're not going to have to worry about that map too much. Put it away, let's get rid of it. Because all you're going to need is a phone that's connected to the internet. It's as simple as that. And with Google Maps really on it. You have to also keep in mind that Tokyo is not a driving city, so you can get around using the car, but there's not very many spaces, it's expensive, and you could use taxis, but again, it's going to cost you a fortune. The railway system is reliable, clean, friendly, safe. So let's get the basics out of the way. Step one, download Google Maps to your phone. If you've not already got it, if you've never used it, go to your store and get Google Maps. It's the must-have map for Tokyo really. There is others, there's offline ones where you can download the railway network and you can look in and you can do it manually, but for me this is by far the easiest. It's confession time. Remember how I said you don't have to ever look at that map or look at it again? I did lie just a little bit, but you don't have to look at it to navigate. I just want to have a look at it so as we have an understanding of the shapes, the symbols and the rules that govern the network that are going to come in handy. And you'll see these symbols and colours and everything when you visit the actual stations, and so if I explain them now you won't have any issues when you're wondering about the network. Okay, so each train line has both a name and a colour, although some colours are so similar that they can trip you up. Look at the shades of green for instance. To help with that, every line also has a letter. For example, the Asakusa line is red and marked with an A, and every station has a number that counts up or down depending on which direction you're going. So, for example, the Asakusa line starts at A1, Nishimagome, and ends 2 stops past Asakusa in Oshigai Skytree, or basically the sky, you know, the famous Skytree. Some stations show multiple numbers, and that's basically just a transfer point. It means that there's a few lines going into the one station. So, for example, Asakusa Station is stop A18 on the Asakusa line and G19 on the Ginza line. So you can obviously transfer from the Ginza line to the other line. It does look a bit confusing at first, but once you get your head around it, it makes complete sense. The bonus is that you can navigate by saying, I'm going to go to S3 instead of trying to pronounce Akibonabashi, which is going to cause even the most linguistic of us a little bit of headaches. Paying for your journeys. So there's a few options here. You can actually technically still buy single tickets at some of the machines in the stations. The machines, they've got English translations, pretty straightforward, but I would definitely say that the best way to do it is to get something called an IC card. Main one in Tokyo is the suicacard, which is it's basically green with a little penguin on it. And basically what it is, it's a prepaid travel card that also works at convenience stores, vending machines, cafes, some restaurants, bars, even taxis. There's so many places where you can buy stuff with the IC card. You just got to preload it and away you go. You've got 2 ways to get one of these cards. You can buy the physical card at the airport or the station kiosk or You can also get a Welcome Suica, which is like a tourist version of the card.
Wait, what? Hang on. That's all we're going to say about the Welcome Suica card? I think we can go a little bit deeper than that. The Welcome Suica cards are available before you go. They're physical cards and you can buy them from Klook. And because I need to make money somehow, otherwise I'm eating bread and rice for the rest of the year, you can hit my affiliate link. I do get a small amount of cash and you can support the channel that way. Thank you so much. There's also a nice link in the description if you're watching it from somewhere weird. If not, carry on and let's get back to good old Lit talking some rant about trains in Tokyo. Thank you.
Or you can just skip the hassle. If you've got an iPhone, you can actually add the Suica card in your home country before you've even got there. And you add it to your Apple Wallet and you can start topping it up to 20,000 yen, and you're ready to go the second you land. Sorry Android friends, I have to say anybody with an Android phone, you'll need the physical card. Children also, they need a physical card. There's no digital version for kids, so every traveller needs their own card, and you can't share for the whole family, like tap the whole family in with one card. Everybody needs an individual card. The Suica card also works offline. It doesn't need data or Wi-Fi to get in and out of the gate, so you don't have to worry about that so much. If your phone dies also, the Suica Apple Wallet works for about half an hour after the battery's dead. And you don't need to open the app at the gates, you just hover over your locked phone and it works no problem. I should also say that, so sometimes you'll transfer between the metro and the overground JR lines. Usually it's marked with a J or a JR, and you know you're going from a underground line, which it kind of looks like this for the underground, to an overground line that kind of looks like this. Now in those cases, you will have to pass out of one gate and into another gate. And it's actually, because it's two separate kind of companies, they treat that as two separate journeys. But the one thing to keep in mind with that, and the reason why I'm really telling you that, is if you bought a JR pass, one of the bigger passes that will get you on the Shinkansen and such alike, then you can actually use your JR pass for any of the JR lines within Tokyo, but you can't use it in the Tokyometro. So the second you try it in the metro, it'll fail, and some of those journeys do link up. However, Suica card links up seamlessly. You can go from JR to metro without issue, and it will calculate the cost and let you pay the fee. Now my dears, it's time for a lesson in some manners. Kind of. Basically we're going to touch on etiquette and tips for when you're on the train, dear. So, a couple of the basic ones I'm sure you know. Avoid rush hour on the trains if you can. It's roughly 7:30 AM to maybe 9:30 and 5 PM till 7 PM. Take your backpack off, or you can put it on your front to get it front facing, which seems to be acceptable. No eating or drinking on local trains. Save it for the Shinkansen, where that's absolutely fine. Most trains stop after midnight, so don't miss the last one. Remember this magic word, sumimasen. It's basically, excuse me. It'll get you through a crowd politely, sumimasen, sumimasen. Locals will get the message that you're wanting to leave the train or you're wanting to get past. It is a must word for you.
Okay, with that in mind, let's show you a real world example.
Okay, so now we're going to open Google Maps and I'm going to show you a little journey walkthrough. First of all, we want to tap the white arrow and the green box for directions. And let's say we're starting at Shibuya station and heading to Tokyo station. Nice easy journey. Tokyo station, by the way, is pretty much the centre of the city. First, make sure that the train icon is selected right here. Secondly, I like to turn the bus option off. You won't need buses in Tokyo, let's be honest. And if you've got luggage or mobility issues, you can go into the filter, hit wheelchair accessible to avoid any stairs and lifts and stuff like that. You'll see each route's time and also the cost in yen displayed right underneath. We've got two main routes here, as you can see. The fastest option, one change, about 22 minutes, or the simpler option with no changes, about 23 minutes. Now, of course, normally I'd pick the no changes for 23 minutes, an extra minute, but for the purpose of this demonstration, I just want to make it, you know, so as you can see what a change looks like and how it looks in the actual app. So we're going to take that option, and it says we board the Ginza line G1 at Shibuya station, where we are, and we're heading in the direction of Asakusa. That's important. You don't want to be on the right line but going on the wrong direction. So it's very important when it shows you what direction it's going. Ride 4 stops to G5, and you change at G5. You walk about 1 minute to platform 4 on the Yamanote Line, heading towards Ikebukuro, and that's 4 stops, M13, M17, to reach Tokyo Station. It tells you all the information that you need to know in the app. Well, now there's no excuses. You should be able to navigate around Tokyo like a complete pro. You're welcome. Hey, listen, if you've got any other ideas or you want to see something specific, ping me a comment, let me know, and I'll try and address that as quickly as I could. Try and address that. It's like I will try and address that. I will try and answer it and look into it as best I can. That sounds a lot better. Anyway, if you want to see me making a jet-lagged walk around Tokyo, have a check of that. Check out my other videos, do the usual, subscribe, like, all that kind of jazz, and bye for now.